Jimmy, what's up, brother?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Man, life is good. How about yourself, brother?
Good, good. Is my sound all right? Is it echoing?
No, you're perfect, my brother. Can you hear me?
I'm good. You good, man.
That's
Thanks
what.
for having me, man. I'm
Man, we ain't got
excited.
to say thank you, man, for what y'all doing for the culture of basketball for PG County. It should be celebrated on a grand scale. So that's why I'm really excited to talk to you. For anybody who might not know, just introduce yourself to everybody and let them know exactly who you are.
My name's Jimmy Jenkins. I am born and raised in Prince George's County, Maryland. And man, I just love to tell stories, man. Everything that I grew up in, everything that I seen growing up, the neighborhoods, the friends, the parents, it just left an impression on me.
Right.
And like growing up, I see films about like Harlem. I see like films about LA. You got Boys in the Hood. You got Crooklyn. You got all these different films about these unique places. And I felt like we live in a very unique place, and
Right.
we don't have very many stories about where we live. So I just kind of wanted to start creating that.
Gotcha. And of course, you're the producer of Basketball County.
I'm one of the producers, along with the director. I'm co-directing it with me and my friend John Beckham. We came up with the project.
Okay.
We worked together and we developed it, and it came out.
Now, for anybody who's not familiar with what Basketball County, aka Something's in the Water, is all about, can you just familiarize them with what exactly Basketball County that comes on this Friday at 9 p.m. Showtime? Tell them exactly what it's about.
So, growing up, I'm sure you've been in many basketball debates. What are the cities you hear when people talk about the greats in basketball? New York,
New York,
Chicago,
Chicago.
LA.
Yeah.
That's what they always talk about. And the crazy thing, I look at these cities and they got millions of people. Brooklyn alone. That's only one of the five boroughs. Got 4 million people. You're looking at LA. That's 20 million people. And where we live at, Prince George's County in DC. Prince George's County isn't even 1 million people in itself.
Right,
so
right.
To see that, we have last couple years ago, it was like 15, 16 players playing in the NBA at one time. And that's unheard of. And from PG County, like that's unreal. Like, they say like 1 in 700,000 people make it to the NBA. So 1 in 7, we should probably have 1.5. Why do we have 16 players?
Because it's Prince George's County, Basketball County. That's the answer.
It's special. It's special, man.
I'm gonna tell you something amazing. My son Antonio, he plays basketball. And I live in Prince George's County now, so I'm originally from Baltimore, but I've been living in PG for the last, I don't know, 15, 20 years. And he actually played at the basketball court where Kevin Durant started at over there off of
C Pleasant.
So I took my son there, and he's a humongous Kevin Durant fan. And you walk in there, they got all the memorabilia and his stuff in there. And I said, son, you are actually walking in the gym that birthed Kevin Durant.
Right.
Like he had this look on his face, like, yeah, Dad, I'm gonna make you proud. but just watching him play basketball in there, like I was having one of those surreal moments, like, damn, my son could be like the next great. Like I don't know.
Possible, yeah. It's really real, because the thing about it is when you see it and you see it's like attainable. And if you go into that gym and he see pictures of Kevin Durant and he see of course it's gonna make him believe it. As a kid you believe what you see. Absolutely. And so that's kind of I think why we're like this now, because these kids grew up, their friends going to the NBA and they see what they did and they just emulated it. Absolutely. And it kind of just built from there.
So of course this Friday 9 p.m. it comes on Showtime. It's called Basketball County in the Water. If somebody does not have Showtime, can they still watch it?
You have to have Showtime. Yeah. You definitely got to have Showtime. You just gotta have a subscription, and that's the big thing. That's why they got the initial rights to it, because they want you to subscribe to Showtime.
Makes all the sense in the world now. Of course, if you're just tuning in, anybody, we're talking to Jimmy Jenkins. He's one of the producers of Basketball County. Who else is starring in it? And of course, I know these things, but for anybody that's on the live, just so we can know exactly what we're watching this Friday, who else is going to be starred in the movie?
So let's start off with the executive producers. There's Kevin Durant, which is, everybody know who that is.
Hey,
his business partner, Rich Kleiman. He's another executive producer. You have Victor Oladipo and Quinn Cook, executive producers. It's written by a great just producer Amani Martin, fantastic. But now in the film, you've got Walt Williams from back in the day, Adrian Dantley,
Right.
Michael Beasley, Markel Fultz,
Right.
Steve Francis, DeMar Johnson. You got Curtis Malone in there, Nolan Smith, Marissa Coleman, Danny Ferry. You name it. It's a lot. We got just about everybody. We tried our best to get everybody included, and we really tried that.
So this is like a documentary. It's not a series. It's a one-time thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just a one episode, but we feel like this could open up many more doors. Gotcha. It could open up many more doors, and then from there we can do more projects, and we could just excel from there and tell more stories about where we're from.
What do you hope to get out of people watching Basketball County this Friday?
I want them to really understand that communities can change people's lives. Communities can change countries and states, and that no matter what you go against, what you fight against, you can overcome it. And I feel like that's what we did from Prince George's County, from Washington, D.C., because a lot of the people that are here now, they all came from Washington, D.C. They migrated, they came, and now this is where a lot of people are. And that's just one thing that we want to really expound upon, and we're really excited about that.
Got you. Now, why do you think that Prince George's County, like you say, people who have been living there, who are from here, we know the impact that basketball has had on Prince George's County and the impact that a lot of the players now have in the NBA. But why do you think a lot of the world, they don't know yet? Even though you have 16 players that's from PG in the NBA right now, why do you think the rest of the world isn't celebrating PG County the way they're celebrating the New Yorks and the Chicagos of the world?
For one thing, I don't think people really understand like what this area is. So when you hit DC, I know you go anywhere else, you ask how many people in DC, they probably think millions of people. They don't know that DC is in a 10-mile radius. Like, they don't know that. And it's very, very small. And it's just been overlooked. And I think that when you really look at the numbers, not a lot of time people look at the numbers, because you might have LA that might have 20 people in the NBA. You might have, Chicago might have some guys, but for us to be such a small community, we shouldn't, so that's what I think is just going to open up the light, and then people just going to understand. And then I'm sure it's more small cities across the country that are developing great basketball players. And it'll just give them an opportunity to tell a story about where they're from.
So once again, man, if anybody's just tuning in, this is Jimmy Jenkins, one of the producers of Basketball County. It comes on this Friday at 9 p.m. You have to subscribe to Showtime. And I'm sure after it comes on Friday, potentially it might be on other streaming platforms. But this Friday, we need everybody to watch this in numbers, because I always say it's very important for us to support these things, because we have this vision. And you have a vision, and Kevin Durant and Quinn Cook and all of y'all, y'all are people I've known for years. And to have a vision and to see it come to life, it's important for us to support it so we can have more things like this coming down the line. Because if nobody watches this, then it's like, you know what, we wasted our time and our money. See, nobody's gonna support. You get all the backlash. But I'm great. I'm thankful that the people that are involved are names, they're household names. You know what I mean?
Man, it's beyond me that we have a story about Prince George's County on a worldwide level.
And people, I don't think people understand that. And that's why I was so excited to have you on tonight, is that, like, this is major. This should be the talk of, I know Corona and COVID-19 is the talk of the world right now. But right now, if you live in PG County or Moco or DC or even Maryland or Baltimore, like if you live anywhere in the radius within an hour, like, everybody should be talking about this. Everybody should be tweeting about this. This should be trending on every single local blog. Every radio station should be talking about this. Every news station should be focused on this. Like, we know the corona is happening. We know the COVID-19 is happening. It's not going anywhere. We know all that. But right now, we have something that's grand for Prince George's County on a major network like Showtime. Like, this is not like, this ain't like your homeboy shot a documentary and y'all gonna have a little watch party at the theater down on U Street. No, this is major. You know?
Right. It's huge, and it's beyond me that, like, I grew up in PG County, and like, for me to be able to be used and for God to choose me to help put our county on this platform, and John Beckham, we got IDK is the narrator, and IDK did a soundtrack and did some records, and he killed it. It's like so amazing how like all the pieces formed. Like 3 years ago when it first started, bro, I didn't know, like, I just saw something in my head. John just seen something in his head, and like we just took steps, and I didn't think it'll take 3.5 years, but it took that long, and now it's finally together. And it's, you know, just like a short hour film, but it took a lot. We put a lot into it, and we just hope it makes everybody proud, man.
Absolutely,
like,
man. So
proud that
man,
we're from here.
Shout out to yourself. Shout out to Kevin Durant, Victor Oladipo. Shout out to Quinn Cook. Everybody that's involved that's going to be spotlighted on this, because I think a lot of times it takes for something like this to happen to give people their praises. I was actually talking to Quinn last night, and I told him I was going to talk to you today, and he said he's going to actually try and chime in. But I said it's amazing that we have, like, y'all are superstars. Like, you know, it's not everybody don't make it to the NBA. You get what I mean? Like, a lot of people are nice in their neighborhood. You nice at the rec center, or you nice over at the dome, or at the, you know, over there with Miles at the farms. Like,
Right.
everybody nice, right?
Right.
Everybody's nice, and they show off at the Berry Farms. But to make it to the NBA, like, that's a different scenario. Like, you can be super nice at the court until you play in the NBA. I was watching Michael Jordan's documentary over the last few weeks, of course, and just watching him say, like, everybody thinks you're good until you play against somebody in the NBA. Then you'll realize, like, it's just not the same. Like, you're nice is like when you're nice, when Kevin Durant's nice or Quinn Cook's nice, is like not nice. You know what I mean? It's a different type of nice.
Bro, like Quinn was doing this live. He was doing a
I
live, and
saw
people,
it.
bro, it's like, I love, like, the attitude here. People feel like they can go at anybody.
I was on that live, and that's what I saw everybody. Hey, I want to go. I'm like, yo, y'all don't want to play against Quinn. Like these guys are different. Like, I know you nice, and I get it. Like, you're nice, and you're super nice, but you're not Kevin Durant nice. Like,
No, bro. No, bro. You're not. No, you're nowhere. The lowest person from here in the NBA, you can't do nothing
you
with.
can't stick them.
You can't do nothing with them.
Right. All right. Once again, Jimmy, man, I'm not gonna hold you up. Once again, everybody, I need everybody to please watch this Friday, 9 p.m. on Showtime. Basketball County, talking about PG County, Prince George's County, whatever you want to call it, Pretty Girl County, something in the water. So it's very important for us to make this trend. Is there a hashtag we can tag?
In the water, Basketball County. In the water, Basketball County.
Gotcha.
Just hashtag everything you can, and then just tell your grandmama, your aunts, your cousins, your uncles. Just tell everybody. Let's just blow it up Friday night. Blow it up.
More. Hey, Jimmy, you got 110% of my support, man, on behalf of the Quicksilver Show, and everybody that's been riding with everybody that's involved, man. I'm glad that I could have you on tonight. And we want everybody to watch. Once again, 9 p.m. Showtime, Basketball County in the water. This is one of the producers, Jimmy Jenkins. So keep up the amazing work. And I'm looking forward to more things like this, because I want this to come out Friday and do some amazing numbers. And then it opens up doors for Showtime to now. But, like, you know what? Maybe we should do a piece on DJs or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Because you never know what could come out of this. So I really encourage everybody to please watch this. Because this is for the culture, man. This is not just for basketball. This is for the culture of us.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for having us. Thanks from KD, 35 Ventures, Quinn. We thank you. They know that you giving us this opportunity to talk about what we do.
Those are my guys, man, always.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Keep doing your thing, brother. Be safe.
My man. Appreciate it, for sure.
All right, everybody. This Friday, 9 p.m., no excuses. I need everybody to make it trend, man. The same way y'all trend about stuff that don't matter, make this trend. This is a major deal. This is not like some homeboy hookup. This is a major network like Showtime spotlight in Prince George's County in basketball and some of the greats from PG that's made it to the NBA. So there's no reason why we should not be making this trend on everything. Hashtag Basketball County, hashtag in the water. I'm going to talk about this every day until Friday, up until 9 o'clock, because I really want these guys to go viral, man. Support this like you support people you don't know. I always say it's important for us to support things like this for them same celebrities that we don't know anything about. We don't know them from Adam and Eve, but we'll make them trend. Let's make this trend. This is for us, by somebody who's from here. So no excuses, man. Hashtag Basketball County. Put it out there, make it trend. Quicksilver said that.